Ahoy hoy and welcome to Happy Chappy Corner where it's beautiful out and I had a thought, so I thought I'd share it so I get to look like a crazy person talking to myself by a tree, so that's fun. Okay, so today John the Baptist calls Jesus the Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world, and I had always had trouble with that, thinking, what does that mean? And just the idea of like an angry God saying like, you did this, now I had to do this, so now, if you can thank me because you can go to heaven now. It just doesn't coincide with a God of all love and the God that I've met in my participatory experiential knowledge of God. And for me, the only thing that makes sense is this complete love, and you can't have punishment alongside love. I mean, there's consequences, there's us learning from different things that happen to us, but I don't think that God punishes. It hasn't entered my consciousness right at this moment in life and from what I've experienced. And so what I think that means is that when Jesus is on the cross, he doesn't want to punish the people that have nailed him to it, and he doesn't want to say, woe is me, everybody, come look at me, woe is me, but he just is the forgiving victim, being able to have this completely different way of being, of saying, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do, and showing us, it's very interesting that we worship and that we look towards a man crucified on a cross, which is, by our standards, this idea of weakness, but God says, no, this is strength, when we're able to hold this tension and see that by Jesus showing us how to face life, how to let go of our addictions and the things that enslave us, of this dualistic thinking. Jesus says, no, this is life. You're not addicted to good feelings. You're not addicted to pointing fingers and punishing, but you're living in this forgiving love, and that's where you will find life. And I think that's where Jesus takes away the sins of the world. He had gone to hell. He had gone to these places in his being and has shattered those gates forever by saying, look, this is the one way to live, this forgiving beauty and love, where your arms are outstretched and you're embracing life and forgiving it, and loving in it, and open and reaching out to each other, this at one-ment, not atonement, but at one-ment, where we're all at one with each other. And I think that's how Jesus is the Lamb of God, not the Lion of God who beats away the sins of the world, but the Lamb of God that forgives, that takes away the sins of the world. By you go, oh, that is life, and now I can release these things that have left me in prison, and I can live, and I can embrace, and I can love, and I can get away from this consciousness of hate and pointing fingers. As Jesus says, he goes into the desert and he battles his demons, and as he comes out, where he says, the God that I met, that his sun shines on the good and the bad, and there's just this completely different way of being. So may you open your heart to the love of Christ, and realize that love has already won, and that to look at life is to look at Jesus, to look how to love, to look how to grieve, to look how to embrace each other, and how to be not lost in victimhood and not caught up in anger, but in an acceptance in the now of life, in the beauty of life, and that life is found in complete and unconditional love, which is so much more than a feeling. Grace, peace, and love. Mwah.